realized it wasn't the big serious thing.
Hello.
Hello, you're gonna look at me. Don't worry about the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this my
So,
good view?
We'll just talk about.
Make sure this is like a
So
good
how long
view.
have you been coming to the ranch?
I have been coming to the ranch, I think my first time here was about 2006.
Wow.
Yes. And so I've seen the ranch blossom and grow and develop into the beautiful, amazing space that it is. And it's always a work in progress. So
Yeah, it is,
still
isn't it?
a lot
Yeah.
more to be done.
Yeah, it's well. You've seen it go through a lot of iterations. Then.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. When I first came here, there was not a teepee, there was no
Wow.
yurt, there was no village over there.
I can't picture this without that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Everything that it's
And now she's going to redo the offices to make a conference center over there.
Yeah, we're excited for that.
Yeah.
Another gathering space. So that will be good because when the weather changes, we'll have an indoor space. So
Yeah, it does. Like November to February will be nice for that.
yes,
when the weather gets
especially if it rains.
Yeah.
So still have events.
What would you tell someone who's never been here as far as the energy is what I always find amazing about the ranch.
The ranch is magical, and it's just something that you really need to come here and experience.
Yeah, you can't describe it, can you?
You know, I feel like it's a getaway in our own backyard. You don't feel like you're in Los Angeles. You know, it's very multi-dimensional, and I've spent many a nights here and camped here and slept in the teepee, slept in the yurt,
Yeah.
and just enjoyed the ranch and all its features. Spent time in the bunkhouse, and it's great to have like the nighttime fire pit going. And I think my favorite thing in the evening is just all the stars that you can see.
Yeah, isn't it weird how many stars you can see here?
Yeah, it's like being out nowhere because we're high up enough and away from enough where we don't have the noise pollution
Yeah.
from city lights.
I think that's right. You would think that the light just goes up into the sky, but somehow
Yeah,
you get
no,
above
it's
it here. Yeah.
you know, when the moon comes up over the hill and over the mountain and just starts rising, and it's very magical. We've also had a lot of meteor shower nights here, so you see all the shooting stars across the sky. Feels very, very magical.
It's a real convergence point for a lot of interesting personalities too.
Definitely, definitely. The ranch, people come from all over, and if you're not in your heart space, your stuff will come up. Your crap comes up, and you either like realize that and let it go and release it, and
Yeah.
you know, burn your stuff in the fire or do whatever you need to do. So it has a huge healing energy. But you know, I realize when people aren't honest, or if you're not pure in your heart space, sometimes you just can't even stay here. Like the land won't allow it. And it is, you know, it is ancient Indian land too. So you have all the Native American energy and spirits that are here too, and it feels.
Have you met any of these spirits?
You know, one time I actually took a little cat nap in the teepee during the day, and it really wasn't a full-on nap. It was more like a lucid,
meditation almost. Yeah.
a lucid dream where, you know, just the teepee was actually filled with Indian spirits, and I think I was getting some kind of healing and a blessing, and I just surrendered to everything that was happening because I knew it was a special time that energy came through.
Yeah.
And so I just enjoyed the ride, so to speak.
Well, it's interesting that there's mixtures of the Native American and the extraterrestrial and all these different religions that come here.
Yeah, and the first time I actually came here, I was studying with a Swami from India, just doing some teachings in the ancient Indian traditions, and so that Swami was here on the land. So we had a fire puja here with like 500 people at the top part of the ranch. That's where that traditional Indian fire pit was built for that particular
and that's what brought you to the ranch.
ceremony. That was the first time here, and then I came back a few years later for the Damanhur event, and then I said, wait, I've been here before. And then I realized, well, this is the same place, because when we parked our car up there, I'm like, the fire pit, it's still here. So, and then I reconnected with Deb, and, you know, she's my sister. We're like from the
Yeah, first
same-
time you guys actually
Same
fooled
tribe.
me. You told me you were a sister, and I literally thought you were sisters.
Yeah, well, we do, have that same nationality background tribe going on.
No, come on now. It's way more than that.
Yeah, well, when that's about the ranch, when people come here to connect and you meet old friends, you meet new friends, and it's like it's a convergence point for like-minded souls to come and gather in a safe place for healing and just to be off the grid, really.
Yeah, I just came up with a new tagline for the ranch: Great Spirits Ranch, where great spirits converge.
Yeah, that's great.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's
definitely.
pretty
And
cool.
my family's come out here too. And my brother slept up we all slept here one night, and my brother slept up in the yurt, and we camped on the top of the lava bluff. And my brother's first experience here, like he said, he could barely sleep all night. He said the energy was so high, but when he laid down, he felt like he was like in this gyroscope in the middle of a spaceship. And he was going to like take off to galaxies wherever.
I've had
in
the
his
most
sleep.
profound visions here, really, myself, with my meditation work. What would you say as far as your biofeedback work, which is I highly recommend, by the way, myself, since
thank
I've
you.
tried it. What does it do to help your work?
Well, I think my work in general, I do biofeedback for stress reduction and relaxation, and I work with technology. So it's kind of the merging of spirituality and science, and
Beautiful.
for stress reduction and relaxation. So everything's just amplified. When I do the work here, huge healings
that's
take
the other
places.
thing that we see here at the ranch are these amazing scientists who show up here. The water scientists, the fellow from R.J. Millar,
Yeah.
from Canada, is doing the oils, and
Because the energy of the ranch pulls that. It has that magnetic to pull in highly evolved beings who want to come here and share their goods, share their technology. Because we're at a time in Earth right now where information needs to come forward, truth needs to come forward, and the old energy is dissipating and crumbling. So we don't need to save an old broken system. What we need to do is rebuild the new system. And
Very
so
good. Yeah.
it's all here, all
Yeah.
available. And this is a place where like-minded souls come together.
yeah, I'm going to be doing an interview with scripted. It's scripted to look like an interview with Abe Lincoln here. I have an Abe Lincoln actor.
Okay.
And Abe is going to be talking about how archaic our politics are. That it was
Yeah.
in his day of the horse and buggy, politics, were done where you elect a representative, send them to Congress.
Yeah.
Why do we need to do this anymore?
Yeah, it's
We don't
just
need
kind of
these
like
guys.
religion.
Yeah.
It's
Let
the
it
only thing
crumble.
that doesn't update itself constantly. Like science is always updating itself, finding new things.
Yeah, so it's fashion.
So is
Fashion would
fashion.
be another one.
Everything needs to always update itself. Nutrition, how we treat our bodies.
Even
we
how
don't-
we behave is updated.
Yeah,
In
because
different times
we
and
can't do
cultures.
what we did all those years ago, because that worked for that time. And so
Right.
we have to work for the time that we're in. And
How do you think we've gotten stuck in things like politics and religion being so frozen in terms of?
greed, corporate greed, corporations, like America being a corporation in itself.
Yeah.
And I think, big corporations just want more and more and more, and so they want the rich to get richer and to wipe out the middle class and, population dominance and
Then they
control.
can have a nice cheap labor pool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and so part of that is, keeping people dumb and stupid, and so they mess with our food supply. And so at the ranch, the highest quality food is only allowed here. And so everything...
No soda pops. Yeah.
Yeah, everything needs to be organic. It needs to be free range and chemical free, and that's what works here. So that's
Yeah.
what people come here for.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Deb's food is one of the most
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, Deb is an amazing cook, and
Yeah.
I've seen her cook for 500 people on that little fire pit out there, or in her one-man kitchen. Well, her kitchen's been remodeled
It's
a
got a
little
little
bit,
bigger.
but
Yeah. We're ready for 1,000.
but it's still when you come to the ranch, you got to come for amazing food also.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good you bring up Deborah because she is the steward. She calls herself the steward of this
Yeah,
land.
she's the caretaker
Yeah.
of the land.
Yeah.
And so she reads the energy of the land. She feels it. and then she knows where to build things, what parts need to get developed, in what order. And so then it's really just about funding too. So it's great if people could go to Great Spirits Ranch and donate money to help feed all the animals, because she does rescue animals here. So just to help the land continue. So this is a land for the people.
There's a lot happening there.
Definitely.
And I loved your fusion art class. So are you going to be doing another one of those soon?
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the weather to cool down a little bit, because it's a little too hot to paint outside. Your paints dry pretty quick as it is today. Ooh, it's hot out here. It's already about 90 degrees today. So the weather should start cooling down, and the fusion artists will be back. We plan on gathering here maybe once a month, and just it's a group where we're already all experienced painters, but we paint from our heart. So there's no drawing or planning what you're going to paint. You just start putting colors down on the canvas and see what emerges, and step back, and some things grow and develop. And
you have a wonderful collection of artists that come too.
Yes, definitely. We've all been painting together for a long time, but there's always new people coming in, and I have some of my fusion art paintings. I think I have 3 down in the bunkhouse, so we could show pictures of that if you like.
Great.
Great fun paintings.
I'll put the links down here for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Your Facebook. Well, thank you so much, Ellen.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Hope to see you at the ranch. Y'all come back now, you hear? Cut that part.
No, I love that part.
That's the part to edit. I'm just being silly.
No, I like that.